guys, it's Angelina and Dima from Walk in Nature World, and we're already at the Mediterranean seacoast. We left you when we were at the campsite close to Urea, and since then passed several days. So now we are at the town Riva Trigoso. We want to do around 15 kilometers today and hopefully get to the village Deiva Marina. So this is the plan for today. Let's start the day.
Yeah, so we had several days of the trail. First day we had to get to the sports goods store Decathlon to buy us new shoes, both of us, because our old ones were almost all broken apart. And so we did that. And you know, when you go shopping to the big store, you spend a couple of hours there normally, so we spent half of a day there.
Then, because we felt quite tired from the heat, we decided to stop one day more at the lake Riva Trigoso.
Found a quiet little campsite there, spent a great rest day at the lake. We loved the place because it still has quite a lot of nature and animals left there, and we could see lots of ducks, lake birds, cormorants, and even otters. We were surprised to see baby otters. They were very cute, just pasturing, eating the grass, so we could shoot a little video and take photos. We were very glad about it.
Now we're all bitten by mosquitoes because there are a lot of them.
Yeah, tons and tons of mosquitoes, but we're happy that we got to discover this place and spend some time there.
Yesterday we took BlaBlaCar from Viverone to Genoa. We were lucky because one guy was going in this direction because it's not a popular destination.
So we could book the trip with him and we safely got here. So as you know, before we've been following the Via Francigena for 3 days, the pilgrim trail through Italy to Rome. But now for a week or so we're going to interrupt it and start to do the Cinque Terre hiking, because we heard that this place is very beautiful, has lots of cute small villages along the coast. And also because we want to hike along the coast, we want to have the variety of hiking experience in Italy, hike through the fields, through the mountains and through the coast as well. And we think it's a great opportunity to do so. So we'll do hiking along the coast, the Cinque Terre hiking for a week or so, and then we'll join the Via Francigena again because it actually comes closer to the coast for some part. And then it goes to Tuscany, Italy, which is also a very beautiful area, and we want to hike there as well. So this is a little bit of our plan for now. It may change a little, but not much, because of many factors, like the weather, for example. It's very hot right now, but we'll let you know about everything as we go.
Fortunately today is cloudy, but still very hot. As you can see, we're all sweaty now, like in 3 minutes hiking.
Yeah, that's crazy, but we can imagine that with the direct sunlight it will be even worse, so I feel grateful even for that. Also because maybe we're at the seacoast right now and there's lots of humidity on the air, and feels like you're even more sweaty, like in tropical forests, I can imagine.
Landscape turned out to be more mountainous than we expected. It's gonna be more challenging to hike.
Right, but at the same time the good views are expected. The mountains and the seaside are a great combination, so we hope for some wonderful views. Embrace the challenge! Big flower of the blackberries. This is so sweet, so good. Even I got to try it because normally I don't like it, and here it's so tasty. You can see by the burnt wood here around that several years ago probably there was a forest fire that burned most of the trees, or a lot of trees. Now the forest restoring step by step, but it's a long process, so there is a huge danger of the fires here. we've been talking with each other and thinking about the reasons why this forest could be burned. And we remember the information we read somewhere that the glass actually can cause the fire because of the reflection. Then the sun does. Sunlight reflects back from it and goes to the grass or something dry, and the fire starts. And we actually can see quite a lot of glass laying around, like glass bottles. So it can be the reason, we think. Of course, the cigarettes are also very dangerous and lots of other things that the people throw away, but that is very sad to see such an environment. Now we need to ascend this mountain, apparently Moneglia, and then get down to the village Moneglia. And there is no other way, but that is insanely hot right now. And we have never sweated like this in our lives, we think. Hard.
We made it to the peak of today.
Hey! The first part of the route was quite easy, going through the dirt roads, like car roads, but then it started to go uphill, quite rocky, and it wasn't that bad if it wasn't that hot and stuffy, like we are all wet right now. Probably gonna swim today in the sea, like today, yes, this year. Yeah, so we can wait to get to the seaside now and getting down.
This pass is not very frequently used because how narrow it is.
There's lots of spiky plants right there and bushes, so hard to get through. And we still didn't meet anybody on this trail, so we think that this is not popular, apparently.
We're almost at the city, Magnoli. Did the 7 kilometers today, or halfway the distance that we planned today.
And now in the town we probably have a break, like maybe ice cream, swim in the sea, this kind of stuff. And we'll decide if we're gonna continue or not another 7 kilometers, because this is going to be over the other hill, so we have to do another uphill and downhill. And yeah, if we'll find somewhere to stay, we'll stay here. If not, we'll continue on.
Recently we've been learning more about wild camping rules in Italy and asking different people about it. And everybody was saying in different provinces there are different rules.
The general law of Italy says that it is allowed to wild camp almost anywhere, like far from the city, in the forest, you know. Only if you don't throw the litter in the nature and don't set up a fire. This is the overall rule, but in provinces you should check up every rule in different region. And for example, here we don't see any signs, right? We've crossed tent, so there are only signs about the garbage and about the fires. stuff like that, about not collecting the flowers, like this type of rules. But nothing about the tents. Overall, the people who know something about it told us that if you are in the forest, in a quite secluded place, out of the roads and out of the private property, very important, because the owner can probably call the police or somewhere or someone to find you or to throw you away. But if you are in the forest, there is nobody to find you. So always use your common sense in these situations, and we're going to use it as well. I just hope that the relief will not be that hard, because now we see that there is lots of mountains and rocks, which is not great for finding a spot. But hope for the better. So we're out on the trail again, had a nice rest there at the beach for an hour or so. And how was the first swimming experience, by the way?
It was nice, the hottest swim in my life. Probably because of this hot weather, the water heated up very much.
Now we're out on the trail again in search for the camp spot, because as we said earlier, the campsites are very expensive and the relief is very hard too, very difficult, very steep and rocky. So we don't really know what we find, but we pray that we find something till the darkness, and so we can spend the night there. Have to do another uphill again. And the worst thing is that there is no single wind blowing and just the hot sun shining at us, and it's killing us. So now we're thinking that we'll start the next days like at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. at least. So we'll change the schedule and probably it will save us, because if not, we'll have to quit the hike, and we don't want that. So yeah, have to change the schedule by that. And up we go with the orange grocery bag. And this is so mad. Now I have no other option. I have to do it. Here at least we got the shadow of the trees and a bit of the wind from the sea. Makes it a bit better. And we can't really camp in the middle of the route path, because there are some runners that are passing fast, or even worse, bikers. So this can be dangerous, but it's really difficult here to find anything. As you can see, this is the downhill, steep trees and cliffs, and this is upway. Impossible right now. So we think we found some possible spot to camp, like at the close to some hunting spot or something like that. At least it can serve for some good purpose here. So we found a piece of plain or wood, like this thing. Maybe it will help us to even out the surface, because it's lots of rocks and very rocky. Otherwise, there is no place really. It seems that our tent fits here. Yeah, that's a victory. We have a camp spot for the night. There is quite a bit of downhill, but it will work for the absence of better place.
we have the luxurious dinner today with fresh mushrooms, aubergine, couscous and cherry tomatoes.
And we even have the bread. So it rarely happens, but it rarely happens when we're stealth camping that we have such a lot of products with us. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you really enjoyed it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more hiking and adventure videos. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook to stay in touch, and visit our website walkingnatureworld.com for the detailed hike reports with pictures and maps. Hope you are having a beautiful day, and we'll see you on our next video. Bye!